Once a month or so, we lure the dapper Tim Ellison from his Culinary Institute to talk with us about food, beverages, and best bites around town. It is dine out time in Vancouver, and it is my pleasure to welcome Tim Ellison, chef de cuisine and sommelier, who is on the faculty of the Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts on Granville Island, to Studio 4 to tell us more. I almost said you owned the Institute.
Oh, not yet.
I was close.
Okay.
Maybe one day.
You never know. I keep buying lottery tickets, so.
If you had bought a Bill Reed bracelet many moons ago, you could own more than the Pacific Culinary Institute. Do you know that it's Bill Reed's birthday today?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, January 12th. Okay, I'll remember that now.
Okay. Certified chef de cuisine goes dining out. You do, eh?
I do.
I saw you in, I think it's a commercial for Dine Out.
Yeah, the Tourism Vancouver filmed a commercial featuring some of the elements of Vancouver to show in foreign markets to attract people to come and visit Vancouver. And we do a unique Granville Island tour at the Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts, so that they picked up on that and they thought it would make for good visuals. So, you know, we went out, we did our tour, and took along the actors that were playing the married couple, and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, great. So the married couple goes dining. Let's take a look. Well, eat, stay, and play. I'm saying, Tim Ellison, there are some of the packages. I saw one from the Wedgwood where you can spend the night and dine out.
Yeah, it's a fantastic
and get a little bit of a bargain.
Yeah, it's, you know, a wonderful thing. And, you know, as we were talking on the break, you know, there's the new drinking and driving laws. So the value added by the hotels as part of the dine out is a really big important of the package this year. So you can go out, you can, you know, get yourself a luxury suite, you can have a, you know, treat yourself, pamper yourself, have a nice meal, enjoy a bottle of wine with dinner, and then not have to worry about getting yourself home or an expensive cab ride.
I know, the new drinking driving laws, I know it's important, but gee, they need to have free bus or something.
Well, they certainly could run the SkyTrain 24 hours a day and get a few
that
more
would
cabs
help,
on the
wouldn't
road.
it?
I think so.
Yeah, I did a 3-hour cab wait.
Yeah,
at
crazy.
Christmas.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Well, I had a similar experience where we finished up a function and I was on the night bus going home, and it took me like an hour and a half with every other drunken teenager in town. Quite an experience.
It is quite an experience when someone hurls on your shoes on the bus at 2 in the morning. Ooh. So let's go dining.
Yes.
Dining. So many new restaurants, old restaurants. Steve at the Met, classic.
Yeah. fantastic. And I mean, they have Hamid Salaminian, their new executive chef. He's doing some really exciting stuff in kind of like that Nobu Copenhagen way. He's got a most amazing little appetizer of mushrooms, and he does potato, skin, bark. It looks like a dirt trail. You eat it, it's the most amazing earthy item you've ever had. He does this puff foie gras. If you haven't been lately, and that's why I mentioned Diva, if you haven't been lately, you need to go and see what Hamid is doing there. He's absolutely turned the place on its head. It's so exciting.
I'll go. I like the room. My daughter used to be one of the managers at the hotel.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So Diva at the Met. Haven't been for a while. So bark. Potato bark?
Potato skin bark.
Good for you, too.
It's cool. Oh, well, I would imagine so.
Well, all the vitamins are in the skin, they say. Okay, we'll try. The French table?
Hervé Martin's
Oh, is that Hervé Martin?
3900 block of Main Street. I was just there in December, and I'd actually worked for Hervé back in the early 90s when he had his place off the Hermitage off of Robson. I loved him. Great chef. You know, personal chef King Leopold.
Hermitage gone?
It's closed down now. It looks like they're doing some work in that building, but he's got a new open space, really lovely. He's still continuing to carry his family wine, the Chamelet. I had a premier crew there. Just what I love about it, the food is so authentic. The service is so spot on, not pretentious, great value. I had a wonderful time.
And dine out, you get food for less.
That's right. The idea is it's a 3-course menu, and it's either at 3 price points: $18, $28, or $38. So if you're going to go to Hawksworth, you're going to pay $38. If you're going to go to the Pacific Institute of Culinary Arts Bistro 101, you're going to pay $18. You know, all depends on where they are in the foodie spectrum.
Don't forget to tip, because I know some waiters who work in the business say when dine out happens, people come who don't usually come to the restaurant and they don't tip.
Well, that's exactly the truth.
Not all of them.
And these days, through Open Table, we can actually track how many times you come back. And what we find is that people come and visit us for dine out. We don't ever see them again, or if we do, we see them very infrequently. They use it as a special occasion, an opportunity to try you out while you're there. I think it's important for people to realize during dine out, it's a special event. The restaurants are really busy. Get a feel for the place. Do you like the vibe? You like the room? You like the service? Go back during regular service, because it's going to be a different kind of feel. It's not going to be quite so harried and rushed, because these restaurants are packed, right?
Oh, no kidding. Black and Blue, new.
Black and Blue, Imad Yacoub and Sharon Bosa's place in Alberni. You know, the Fullers tried to do City Hall. They tried to do Salt Lick there. Well, you know, Imad, he's the consummate restaurateur here in town with his global group, Italian Kitchen, you know, Global, and all of the Santa Fe things he's got going on. He's gone in there. He's done a premier kind of steakhousey effect. He's got a Himalayan salt room for curing meat, extensive wine list. He's really, I could say, sexed up that dining room.
Really?
It's quite beautiful.
Haven't been, must try it.
Yeah,
a L'Abattoir.
Abattoir, you know,
Paul
you've
Grunberg.
got Paul and Jake and Lee in the kitchen are doing an amazing job.
Gastown.
Yeah, Gastown, right off of Maple Tree Square. And they've got that little kind of cozy seating area in the back that overlooks Scholar's Muse. It's very intimate, beautiful spot. I highly recommend people that haven't been there, go and try it.
Well, yes, because a friend of mine said, L'Abattoir, do we want to eat at a L'Abattoir? I said, it's okay.
It was great.
It's a restaurant now.
Because Martine, your previous guest, of course, speaking French, she was asking me about some of the new places, and I said that, and she goes, oh, I guess they serve meat there. And I said, oh, being French, you know that means slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse, I guess they do. Campanolo?
Yes, Campanolo, you know, Robert Belcham, and it's his Campanolo Roma, the new place on Hastings. Campanolo on Main is doing stuff. So they're very cool, part of that new Italian trend. We're seeing the pizza places that are coming on Nicoli Antico's kind of heels. There's Pizza Farina. There's about 10 of them now. And that, you know, kind of authentic Italian cuisine and Campanolo
proper
Roma.
Ovens, proper tomatoes.
Exactly, exactly. Is that kind of Lazio bent.
And where's Campanolo?
Campanolo,
it's
Main Street, just by the CN station, half a block north of Terminal on the east side, and Campanolo Romo's just east of Commercial on Hastings.
Okay, and if you want to go to U Restaurant, I did over Christmas. I'm telling you, Ned Bell's there at the Four Seasons Hotel. Hotel food has changed.
Wow, and you know, the U is such a dramatic room, so beautiful, and you know, Ned is bringing some real excitement and some energy and enthusiasm to that room. It's really cool to see what he's doing. He's got his fresh bar going on there, and he's taking a new approach to that hotel's food. It's cool. And
some bison meatballs and crab tacos and all of that. Judas Goat, taberna or taverna?
Taberna, because of course it's that slant on the Spanish pronunciation. That's in Blood Alley, right next to Salt. That's another one of Sean Heather's places. So it's all tapas style. You know, the cool thing about that place is, you know, you show up at these restaurants, you line up forever. They don't take reservations. At Judas Goat, they actually kick you out after a certain amount of time, just to make sure that nobody's waiting too long.
Wow. And Bacchus, a classic. Wedgwood, we mentioned that. Always divine. We went there for our Christmas lunch.
Oh, see, so I love the room. I love the couches in front of the fireplace, but the dining room is often overlooked because the bar is such a prominent part. But, you know, Lee does such a great job in the kitchen. It's so elegant. And, I mean, Elena has just the most stratospheric standards. And the place is like, you feel like you're floating on clouds.
Yes, you do. You feel like you're in New York.
Yeah, exactly. It's great.
Bonetta?
Yeah, you know, Mark Brand and Neil Ingram's place, they moved from their previous location. They were they were in that big building on the corner of Cordova. Now they've moved around in that little mall off of Blood Alley. 12 Water Street's their new location. So it's a bit more of an intimate space, but they're still knocking out the great cuisine.
And the Loden Hotel, close to us, dining room. Tableau.
Tableau. You know, it was voted, you know, best in the Van Mag Awards, and no one's really talking about it. And they're doing a dine out, so it's a great opportunity to go and check them out.
I'll try it close by. Haven't done it. And Mae Nam for Thai.
Yeah, Mae Nam for, you know, Angus Ann's kind of riffs on Thai street food and modern. You know, he worked in a Michelin-starred Thai restaurant in London. His wife is Thai, and they're really doing a fantastic job. So it's a cool, modern, groovy room. It's like Andrew Wong Wild Rice, but for Thai food. And Andrew's just opened a new Wild Rice in the New Westminster Quay.
Really?
Of all places.
How great. Love Wild Rice. And you have to come back because we have to talk about the bitter tasting room.
Cool.
Where's the bitter tasting room?
Bitter room is on, it's on Hastings Street. I think it's 12 or 15 West Hastings, just kind of around Pigeon Park there, Sean Heather's new beer bar.
Oh, new beer bar.
Yeah.
Great.
Super
Thank
cool.
you. Nice to see you. Happy New Year.
Okay.
Tim Ellison.